Ladies and gents, welcome back. It is that time again. We are jumping in to take a look at Earth 2. Yeah, for those of you that don't know what Earth 2 is, it is supposedly the metaverse. Not a metaverse, the metaverse. Except currently it's just Google Maps where you buy a few JPEGs of other people's buildings. That I'm sure is totally legal. It's basically the metaverse if the metaverse was Travis Scott's Astro World. It's just a series of disasters, one after another, that are totally preventable. So let's jump in and have a look at what they've done in the last few weeks. First of all, we're looking at a picture of a picture of a picture. Now, the reason for this is, as you know, you can buy tiles as NFTs, and you own these NFTs, right? They are non-fungible tokens. Fantastic, right? Wrong. Because here is an example of two different people purchasing the same tiles of land. These people own the same plot of non-fungible land. But they both own it. And this got posted in their Discord. And if you check on the profiles of both people that own the land either side, they both own the middle land. They can both sell it, they can both get profits off of it. Now, I can only imagine that this is because this land was recently released and people were using bots to grab up the land. Now, if they're truly using NFTs to hold this land, this shouldn't happen. Ever. And I have said from the beginning that I am pretty certain that it's bullshit. That they're not using NFTs. There is no blockchain-backed activity going on. And this literally does confirm that. Because if it is database-driven, this can happen. If it's blockchain-driven, this physically can't happen. So, there we go, calling BS on that. Here's a closer picture of it, where you can see the intersecting colours of them both owning this middle land. Now, although that person's flag is on top, you can see that both people do own it. Now, the next big news. Former CCO Wolfgang leaves Earth 2. Now, to put this into perspective, there were about 3 credible developers on the team that hadn't been done for ripping assets, scamming people, and generally just lying about their employer, apparently. So, this must be a massive blow to them, and I have a theory. I have a big theory on why this is happening. So he won't say why he's leaving because he's under NDA, which means it's something to do with the company itself. That is why he's left, right? Wolfgang was heavily against crypto being added to Earth 2. And Shane, as always, keeps just, cock teasing us with, oh, there's something big coming. There's something humongous coming around the corner. And there never is. There literally never is. He has been tweeting for the last 2 months saying, oh, there's something big coming next week. And there's literally been nothing. And he's done that every week. I reckon it's going to be crypto. They're going to actually add crypto in because crypto's booming right now. I mean, just look at things like crypto.com. Just purchased the Staples Arena advertising rights for 700 million for 20 years. That's insane. Crypto is booming. They probably want to get in on this real quick and get listed on exchanges. So Wolfgang was against that massively, and I can imagine that's why he left. I mean, aside from the fact that the project's an absolute pile of shite. Now, I was going to go through the updates as well for this, because, well, it's an update video. Honestly, these updates are just comical. They have added nothing. Nothing of any value. Once again, they've added filters to the UI, because the UI is all they can change. The UI is all they have. Fixes. Fixed a wrong formatting of the E2 logo on mobile devices. Fixed an issue with the notification hub overlapping filters while operating in the bazaar section. Like, it's just all stupid shit. Added blue jewel filter for the jewels section. Yeah, they'd forgot to add one of the jewels to the filter. This is just insane. This is insane that this is... I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Aria Realty has moved away from... Right, let's go have a look at Aria Realty. Ah, it's now Aria Realty Investments, not Aria Realty Earth 2. Oh, shush. Content creators have just moved away from Earth 2 because there's nothing of any value to cover in Earth 2. There's nothing you can cover. I have had to wait 2 months. 2 months to get one video together, and I don't even think it's going to make it to the point of being monetized in length, to be really honest. This is just insane. So this next thing I'm going to show you, you're going to piss yourself at this. This was in the Earth 2 Discord earlier. Someone was talking about why not use bots if they can't be stopped, because this was a follow-on conversation from the previous thing of the overlapping tiles owned by 2 people. Because it's clearly that bots have both bought them at the same millisecond and somehow both purchased the same tiles. Why not? As you said, they can't be stopped. I guess it's a risk you take. Should you use bots on any product release / NFT, you're willing to have... If you're willing to risk having it taken away, even if 9 gets away with it, you may be the one that doesn't. So naturally I replied with, how can you have an NFT taken away from you? Isn't that the point, that you can't? And apparently people have had land taken off them in Earth 2. Which further goes to prove that this isn't being used as an NFT. There's no point having it as an NFT if people can take the land away from you. I'm calling this now, right? I'm calling this now. This is going to unravel to be the biggest gaming scam of the next couple of years. Because it's absolutely evident that they can't provide any of the things they said they're going to do. Oh, by the way, they're releasing PvP next week. Apparently. PvP for what? There's no characters, there's no nothing. How can you release PvP? JPEG PvP, what, you're going to try and papercut each other or something? Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Let's have a look through the Earth 2 Discord, because it's been a little while. It's been a little while since we've checked out this absolute abomination. Right. Oh, also, not to mention, their release of Israel was an absolute fucking disaster. They released it and disabled... basically, anyone who purchased from the last land sale release could not purchase from this one. Except they fucked it up, and pretty much nobody could buy any tiles. Except the people who had bought in on last thing still could. So they'd got it backwards, and the people who should have been able to buy couldn't, and the people who shouldn't have been able to buy could. How you can fuck that up on such a global scale is mesmerising. I can't turn away with this sort of stuff. I keep saying to myself, I need to leave this Discord. I need to get away from it, but I can't. So here we go. For example, we've got some ridiculous stuff going on in here. Crypto Swizz, one of my absolute favourite non-content creators. It's just ridiculous that we've got to stare at a screen all day while it's Thanksgiving weekend. You haven't got to. You have invested in something where all you do is stare at a screen. I've mentioned this on streams as well, but their content creators are just leaving left, right and centre. Guidebook Gaming have basically all but finished with Earth 2. Because they started a movement called When Phase 2, which was basically, hey, you keep saying Phase 2 is around the corner. Where is it? When's it going to be? You know, at least give a loose date. Well, they gave him a few months to answer that, and he purposely waited until the day after that time had expired, kind of as a fuck you, to then say, it's ready when it's ready. I don't know what to say about this. I feel that there's a very well thought out rug pull that's going to be coming, because this can't sustain itself. This absolutely won't sustain itself. And I think they know that. And just to add extra insult to injury, a screenshot was leaked of Shane trying to buy out Sid Alpha to advertise Earth 2. Then when Sid responded to Shane saying, I don't take paid sponsorship for products unless I actually believe in them, Shane then spun it and says, hey Sid, I didn't mean to promote Earth 2 in its current state, but to cover the upcoming releases we have planned. Bro, you've got nothing planned. And this isn't like... This isn't like a far off in the distant thing, a far off in the past thing. This was the 10th of November. So this was like 15 days ago. And they're trying to get somebody who actively hates Earth 2 to promote Earth 2. What sort of... I think we're already living in the metaverse right now. Zuckerberg's already won. This is the least self-aware product, and it's not even a product. I don't know what to call it. But this is the least self-aware company that I've ever seen. They've got no idea why people feel the way they do about this. They've got no idea how to fix it. Because they can't. And also, I'm hearing rumours, well, I've had it confirmed to me, that they're buying the studio that made Drone, which was one of the developers' studios prior to this. I'm calling it now. If a PvP update comes out, it's going to be basically Drone. It's just going to be Drone. They're going to release an already released game in this. 100% calling it. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute week this has been. I just feel like this is all getting ready to fall apart at the seams. But either way, that is all we have time for today. Because that is all that has gone on in the metaverse. Unfortunately. But if you're looking for some real games, I'm going to be live over on Twitch after this, playing some Sunnyside, a new indie game that I'm absolutely in love with right now. As always, guys, a massive thank you to the patrons, and you know the drill. Have an awesome day and a fantastic week.